Hey guys, so today we're taking a look at one of the three in the first wave. The second wave is out now, but we're taking a look at the first wave of the Empire Collection Star Wars Helmet series. These are designed in the boxes and marketed as 18 plus sets. However, if you're a fan of Star Wars and like to display Star Wars things and you're under 18, there's absolutely no reason why you can't get these sets and build them and display them. So don't think that it's like a legal thing, like you have to be 18 to buy these sets, as many people have said, and I presume you would figure they are Lego after all. So overall, this set is pretty cool, and we'll be checking out the other two in another two videos, so stay tuned for those. The building process of these is relatively different. If you're going to have all three or all five and build them at the same time, you may find a few repetitive things, like for example the stands, but overall their builds differ enough that they're still enjoyable. However, I have found that I'll point out a few things that can be quite tedious or tiresome to build, I guess. And putting these together, I was quite sometimes would be quite confused, like the labeling and the instructions of like, put these pieces on, but we're not going to tell you where, and they're all one by one sand green going on to sand green kind of things. They were relatively clear throughout the build instructions, but there were a couple places where it was a bit confusing, or you had to go back a step to make sure you did the right thing. At least for me anyway. You may differ. But overall, as a display piece, I think this Boba Fett one looks excellent. There is a bit of gapping you can see here if you have light from behind it. That's because these panels are built separately, so they can be moved a little bit, but not really at all. They managed to capture the design of Boba Fett, in my opinion, really well. The Mandalorian helmet, obviously, looks really good, and as you can see, it's detailed and complete from all sides. As a display piece, obviously, they wanted to try and make it look as proper as possible. And this piece, if you're interested, on all the helmets, at least that I've got, is a printed piece, so that's nice to see that it's not a sticker. There are some stickers in some of these helmets, but not in this one, I don't believe. And there's some really cool building methods used here, like they use some snot building here on this element, with some pieces that I haven't used or haven't seen before because they're not in my collection. So like some of these black pieces are like studs, and they go onto a face with more studs on there. I don't know if that made sense, but it was really cool to see some unique building techniques. And so most of these are built on an 8x8. This one's a bit different. It's built on an 8x6, and you kind of build up with large skeletal pieces and a lot of colors, which is nice. Makes it easy to put all the things together because you can see the different colors. They clash, so it's easy to see where they go compared to like all the little elements. Obviously they need to do this, but it's in sand green everywhere. So the front I think looks really good, and they did a good design here where in reality it would go in at quite sharp angles, but they managed to capture that quite well in a reasonable number of pieces compared to building it in. They just used these large quarter circle pieces, which I think gives a really nice effect. So round on this side, you can see we've got nice detailing for the rangefinder. So this does move, which is nice. I don't think many people would display it like this. It does look a bit weird. And these 4 studs here do look a bit off. I know they don't have the piece. They would have to custom mold something that is flat and has the ratchet joint, so that's understandable why they did that. But it would have been nice if they used a 1x2 tile here, the inverted tile, sorry. That would have just been a bit nicer as well. But as you can see there, we've got nice detailing behind it as well, if you do want to display it this way. and this is only connected with 2 studs. So as you can see, if you do move it, play with it a bit, not that this is a play set, but it can come loose quite easily, but it's quite simple to put back on. Around the back, we've got a lot of tiled and sloped pieces, which gives a really nice smooth look, and then this detailing vent that has multiple layers, which was quite a fun thing to build, and as you can see, looks pretty good. And then round on the other side, as I mentioned, this uses some cool snot building techniques, and this kind of shape looks really cool here, and the nice colors here. And we've got the yellow lines as well, which look pretty striking on this helmet. And then we've also got the I don't actually know where he got this from, but the ding in his helmet that he never painted. So this set will be staying until the Book of Boba Fett comes out, where he has new armor. So I know they're not going to remake it, but you could change that out if you really wanted to match the other side, to be more accurate to his new refurbished armor. But still, I think this is an excellent display piece, and is a really cool addition to the other two, and looks really good. Especially in the sand green, it adds some color to the otherwise. Like the other 4 are just black or white. So it's really nice to get a one of the villain helmets that's obviously not just black or white. So yeah, thanks for watching my review, and stay tuned for the other 2, and don't forget to like. Thank you.